Would say for sure we've not seen the last of Denny Hamlin, Ross Chastain.
Yeah, I don't think it's over. You know, and I was proud to see that Ross took some ownership. I thought he might have been a little over the top of beating himself up. And you had two situations that happened in a very short period of time. The results were the same. A driver was wrecked, but I felt like they were two completely different situations. I felt like in 1 and 2, no doubt, Ross Chastain overdrove the corner, gets into Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin wrecks. Over there in 3 and 4, a little bit later on, the hole is there as they get to 3 and 4, and then he tries to fill it between Austin Dillon and Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott ends up getting spun out. You know, I understand Denny Hamlin being upset, and I'm okay if you retaliate, but I felt like it just got carried away. You know, if you're mad, wreck him, and let's be done with it. Let's move on. I just felt like it just kept going on like you'd see at a Saturday night short track, and it just eventually took on a bad look in my book.
Ross is your teammate, and your boss, the owner, Justin Marks, jumped out there on social media last night, full support for Ross in this situation. What's it like driving for a guy that always has your back in any circumstance?
It's extremely important. You know, when you make a mistake that clearly Ross feels that way, you know, it's extremely good to feel support, especially from your team owner, from your crew chief, and from your entire organization. You know, as a race car driver, there is a lot of situations of things that happen in the race that sometimes we only know about those situations, how hard somebody's racing, how aggressive we are being, how close we are being. We know all those things as a race car driver. So we are really the only, you know, persons that we actually know 100% if it was too much or not. So, you know, I think that maybe Ross felt like he pushed too hard. Maybe Denny agrees or maybe he disagrees, but only they know for how long they were pushing those limits of pushing too hard.
Now, the one thing I do not approve that Denny Hamlin did, because to me, when you're driving that 11 car, you can only wear one hat. And this had nothing to do with Ross Chastain. I respect he's the owner of 2311, of the 45 car and the 23 car. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got in the back of Bubba Wallace. And here, Denny Hamlin now is retaliating to get Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I don't think this is right. You cannot police the entire race as one race car driver.
As I said earlier, to be continued.